everybody, this is Becca with Empowering Pumps and Equipment. I'm very excited to have Cindy Rude with us today with S. Himmelstein and Company. Cindy, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Cindy Rude, and I am the sales and marketing specialist at Himmelstein. I've been with the company since 2016 in industrial automation for over 25 years.
Well, I'm excited to have you, Cindy, and I'm excited to learn from you today. So why don't you go ahead and do your presentation?
Mr. Sidney Himmelstein founded S. Himmelstein and Company in 1960 with a single focus on engineering and manufacturing torque sensing equipment. He is now over 90 and continues to come into the office and oversee all of the operations and engineer new products. One of Himmelstein's goals is to continue to upgrade our torque sensors so they provide the best possible solution for an application. If you wish to see Himmelstein's leadership, please pause this video and look at the slide here. We have produced over 100,000 torque meters. Standard products are available in ranges from 10-ounce inch to 22 million inch-pounds. They include solid and hollow reaction types, as well as rotary, transformer coupled, and bearingless, which are wireless torque meters. Okay, of course, the biggest Himmelstein advantage is that they've been in business since 1960. They do offer the best real-world accuracy of any torque meter, torque sensor, or torque transducer, all the way to 0.01% combined nonlinearity and hysteresis, and mechanical overload capacities of 200, 400, and 1000% of rated torque. If you'd like to see the rest of the Himmelstein advantages, please stop here and read the rest. Himmelstein makes lots of products. They have rotating torque transducers, reaction torque transducers, special purpose torque transducers, and they also manufacture a thrust meter now, and of course the signal conditioning instruments. To read more, see the box below. The slide here shows the rotating torque transducers that we manufacture. I really don't think there's a torque meter style that we don't make that won't fit a company's application. For more information about dynamic or rotating torque and why it's important, see Tech Memo Dynamic Torque Measurement on our website. And then we also manufacture reaction torque transducers for static torque, which is best for when there's no rotation. Of course, we also engineer special torque transducer. The spline drive is typically used by aerospace engineers, the wheel torque sensor for automotive and aerospace engineers, and the pulley torque sensor by automotive, aerospace, power generation, pumps, and general industry machinery. The ultra-precise torque sensor has been used by Thomas Pump, and their recommendation was our test stand needed some upgrades, and the Himmelstein MCRT torque sensor has been a great addition. Installation and setup were easy and straightforward. The support was great, and we were operational without issue. We needed torque and RPM data in 1-second intervals for our performance curve testing with pump configurations, with and without a gear drive, and it has worked perfectly in all setups. That's from Tyrone Northcutt. He's an engineering manager at Thomas Pump, and we're very grateful to have him as a customer. So Flowserve in China uses our torque transmitters. They started back in 2013 for tests of centrifugal pumps and vacuum pumps. In their pump applications, the engineers test the pump automatically after setting values of testing flow. The picture test stand is considered very reliable. The same transmitter purchased over 10 years ago is still being used. Rotating equipment repair services include providing field service engineers and crews for the overhaul and repairs on industrial pumps. They use Himmelstein's bearingless torque sensor to help them with their application. Vertical installation is pictured above, and then their setup is to the right. Okay, so we did start making the threats meter, which is our only area in which we've deviated from torque. We only did so as it was requested by the engineers at Hydro Inc., and they are very happy with it. See the brown box below to explain what it does for them. There's also a tech memo and white paper on our website. Oh, by the way, all items on our website are not gated. We do not require your information for you to view anything, with the exception of CAD models. CAD models are provided by us. Just reach out to sales@himmelstein.com or hit the contact button on the website and send us a message. Aries at Hydro Inc. stated the thrust meter has taken a parameter that used to be something that was calculated and turned into something that is tested. I think there's a big distinction and a big advantage of having actual data versus having theoretical data. What the thrust meter does is it measures axial thrust rather than torque. And so it's been a great addition for the pump industry. Along with the torque sensors, we also manufacture signal conditioning instruments. They're used for remote torque monitoring in extreme environments. They're ideal for test setups where proximity is restricted by temperature or safety concerns. They also enable control room monitoring with preserved accuracy and immediate feedback. There's a lot of reasons why customers use signal conditioning instruments, even though they're not actually required with most of our torque sensors these days. To read more, I have a white paper coming out very soon, and I can let you know if you reach out. Himmelstein is an extremely strong company. They may be small, but they are mighty. Our engineering team, design team, production team, calibration team all work together along with our customer service. Customer service is one of the number one things that we do. It's so important to us to respond quickly, provide the best lead time that we can possibly. As mentioned, we have tons of resources on our website, from product manuals, software downloads, technical memos, product drawings, obsolete model cross-reference. That's the reason for that is the engineering that we continue to do. If a person is looking for something that they're already using but it's no longer available, they can find what they need there. Of course, we've also shot videos and created infographics, and we have product literature such as specification sheets. Himmelstein's torque sensors are engineered and manufactured for longevity. I mean, we want you guys to be able to use these for a really long time. I have personally seen Himmelstein's torque sensors come back for calibration when they're 40 or more years old. To me, that's pretty darn impressive, and it's one of the reasons why I can sell, because I'm not a salesperson in general. Himmelstein hired me to do marketing, yet here I am doing sales. So Himmelstein is also an ISO IEC 17025 2017 accredited laboratory. It's important because this ensures accurate and reliable and consistent measurement results through a laboratory's adherence to international quality standards. The accreditation builds customer confidence by demonstrating the lab's competence and impartiality. It supports global trade by ensuring traceability and credibility across complex supply chains and fosters a culture of continuous improvement within the organization. Ultimately, it provides assurance and quality and a competitive advantage for businesses using accredited calibration services. This is just an example of our calibration certificates. We're more than happy to send it to you if you like, or you can blow this up and look at them. And we just passed our annual audit. This certificate is available online, or we can provide it when requested. It is our certificate of accreditation, good through September of 2026. Himmelstein & Company is extremely committed to providing highly accurate performance and the best torque sensors available. We started utilizing a coordinate measuring machine as part of our ongoing commitment to developing and producing torque measurement products with the highest possible performance. To find out more about it, please stop this slide and read. The engineers at S. Himmelstein and Company are highly talented people who take ownership of projects and produce high-quality ultra-precise torque meters. Steve Tweeter is the vice president of S. Himmelstein and Company. However, he holds a BSME and he was the sales manager. He's been with the company over 35 years. Andy Adams is our electrical engineer, and he actually created the 700 plus series signal conditioners. He's been with us for over 20 years. Alan Jacks is a mechanical engineer, and he's been with the company quite a long time as well. What I'm getting at is the longevity and knowledge of Himmelstein staff is one of our really our best assets, and it's amazing. S. Himmelstein and Company is located in Hoffman Estates, Illinois, in the U.S. Most of our production staff has also been with Himmelstein at least 10 years. Angie Waltman and Autumn Brown will handle your calibration and repair requests. Steve, Wayne, and I will all respond individually to your sales requests. Of course, we have representatives in some areas, but Wayne or Steve will travel to assist a customer if they are having issues or need guidance. It's rarely needed as they're pretty easy to install. I can do it, and I'm not an engineer. So, we do currently have Criterion Controls, RDP Corporation, and Trask Instrumentation in the U.S. However, again, we will travel to help you with anything you need. And then, of course, our European offices are available. To see them, you can stop and click here. And throughout Asia and Australia, we also have representatives. All of us at Himmelstein are extremely happy to have so many wonderful customers who continue to return to us for new transducers or calibration and repairs when needed. Repairs are needed sometimes, it happens. So we're here for you. And as Himmelstein and Company is celebrating 65 years in business this year. To me, that is highly impressive. Thank you for visiting our webinar and have a great day.
All right. Well, Cindy, thank you so much for your presentation. I really appreciate specifically notes on your slides of your customer recommendations. I thought it was really cool to see in, you know, the real words of your customers, how your products are making an impact for them. And then also the longevity of your employees. I think that that is something that you don't find a lot nowadays, and it's definitely really cool to see that. And then also speaks to the company itself being able to keep employees for that long. Now,
Honestly, Becca, to be brutally honest about it, we would love to hire more people so these people with longevity can retire when they feel like it.
well, there you go. You heard it here first. If you want to work for a really great company, reach out. Now, I do have a few questions for you. And, the first one is you had talked about overload and overrange. Can you talk about the difference between the two?
A torque meter's overload rating is the maximum torque that can be applied without yielding its element or otherwise producing a permanent change in its performance. Overload is usually specified as a percentage of full scale. What they're usually used for is if a torque spike happens and a torque sensor is rated to 10,000 inch-pound, but yet it spikes to 15,000. Overrange protects the torque sensor from having any problems. And then the electrical overrange is the maximum electrical signal that can be output with a combined error of 0.1% of full scale. Most sensors and data acquisition systems can handle 10-volt signals without degradation. However, they can't handle larger signals without clipping, severe distortion, and reading errors. In other words, they have little or no overrange. Modern Himmelstein sensors and signal conditioners have substantial overrange to handle inevitable torsional peaks.
Is torsional resonance and why is it important?
Torsional resonance Or torsional vibration is a fluctuation in rotational speed and torque which peaks at one or more shaft speeds. When a drive system has rotating inertias and springs, it'll have one or more torsional resonance, which can cause significant or even destructive torque multiplication. While a concern in all shaft systems, measurement and control of torsional resonance is especially important in preventing failures in power transmission systems. We do have a tech memo number 8150 on our website for more information.
Awesome. And I love that there's more info that people can get a little more in the nitty-gritty with it with you. Now, how do people get their torque meters calibrated correctly?
The only valid way to verify operation and efficiency of industrial equipment is to accurately evaluate them when new and periodically verify performance thereafter. This verification can only be done with a properly sized and calibrated torque transducer. As a leader in torque calibration, sensor design, and manufacture, Himmelstein has the expertise and experience to correctly and expeditiously calibrate your torque sensors. Of course, one can use any lab, but please make sure it's accredited. And why not use the pros?
I agree. Well, Cindy, that's the last question that I had for you, but I'll leave it as, is there anything else that you would like to add or that you would like people to know?
Just to reiterate, this is Himmelstein's 65th anniversary, and we would love for you to visit our website when you need or want additional information. There are so many resources available. And if you don't wish to visit the website, you can always call us at 1-847-843-3300, and anybody on our team would be happy to help you in their capacity.
Wonderful. Well, thank you again for your time and your expertise, Cindy. And yes, if anyone has any questions or anything that they want to reach out, then please do. And then we also have Himmelstein on our website as well. And so you can find some really good information there. So thank you again and looking forward to talking to you again soon.
All right, thanks, Becca. Enjoyed